Welcome to a journey through history and artistry, where music and architecture blend into a magnificent symbol of Swedish culture, the Royal Swedish Opera House. The Royal Swedish Opera House, or Kungliga Operan, is located in the heart of Stockholm, Sweden, and has been a beacon of music and drama for centuries. The current opera house, which opened its doors in 1773, was designed by the architect Carl Fredrik Adelkrantz. The building was commissioned by King Gustav Ill, a monarch who was deeply passionate about the arts, and sought to create a venue that would rival the finest opera houses in Europe. The opera house was built on the site of an older theater, the Ballhuset, which had served as the main stage for performances in Stockholm. The new design was a reflection of both neoclassical architecture and the grandeur that would come to define Stockholm's cultural landscape. Today, the Royal Swedish Opera House boasts a seating capacity of approximately 1,200 seats, making it one of the largest and most prestigious opera houses in Sweden. Its beautiful auditorium is designed to provide excellent acoustics, ensuring that the music and performances resonate beautifully with every audience member. The Royal Swedish Opera House is not only a place for world-class opera and ballet performances, but also a central part of Swedish cultural heritage. It has witnessed numerous iconic performances, premieres, and international collaborations over the years. This historic venue continues to attract artists and patrons from around the world, maintaining its reputation as a center of artistic excellence. The Royal Swedish Opera House isn't just a building, it's a living, breathing hub for world-class performances. Home to opera, ballet, and orchestral productions, it brings together some of the most talented performers, composers, and directors from around the world. Stage here is always alive. Whether you're a fan of classic operas by Verdi and Puccini, or contemporary interpretations of Scandinavian works, the stage here is always alive with artistic excellence. But the magic isn't just on stage. The Royal Swedish Opera House is also known for its breathtaking interior. Next time you're in Stockholm, don't just admire the building from the outside, step inside and experience its magic firsthand. From the grand chandeliers and opulent gold detailing to the carefully designed acoustics that make every note resonate beautifully, it's an experience that engages all the senses. Even if you're not attending a performance, guided tours give visitors a behind-the-scenes look at this stunning venue, from the costume workshops to the orchestra pit. Beyond performances, the Opera House plays an important role in making the arts accessible. Through digital streaming, educational programs, and collaborations with emerging artists, it ensures that opera and ballet remain relevant and engaging for new generations.
Fun facts: King Gustav III was assassinated in 1792 at a masked ball inside the original opera house. This dramatic event inspired Verdi's opera Un ballo in maschera, a masked ball. Another fun fact is, besides opera, it houses the Royal Swedish Ballet, one of the world's oldest ballet companies, founded in 1773. In the early 1900s, a costume designer reportedly vanished inside the opera house. Some say they fell into the hidden tunnels beneath the building. Conspiracy or spooky truth? Some of the most extravagant Nobel Prize celebrations have taken place inside the opera house, including secret after-parties for winners. The breathtaking painted ceiling contains coded messages about Swedish history and the arts. Only a few historians have fully deciphered them. The first building was demolished in 1892, and the current opera house, designed by Axel Anderberg, opened in 1898 with a lavish neoclassical style. There's a hidden underground passage that connects the opera house to the royal palace. It was built so Swedish royals could attend performances without facing the public. There's a smaller hidden opera stage inside the building used for experimental and intimate performances. After Gustav III was assassinated, his murderer Jacob Johann Ankerström was arrested and later executed near the opera house in a brutal public spectacle. Unlike many grand European opera houses, the Royal Swedish Opera has never burned down, which is rare considering most opera houses of its era suffered devastating fires.
Let's start with one of the greatest operas of all time, Mozart's Don Giovanni. This opera has had a long history at the Royal Swedish Opera. First performed in Sweden in the 19th century, it remains a staple in the repertoire. The tale of the charming yet doomed libertine, Don Giovanni, is filled with drama, comedy, and unforgettable music. Recent productions have incorporated modern set designs while staying true to the opera's dramatic intensity. No discussion of famous opera productions would be complete without Giuseppe Verdi's La Traviata. This opera, with its heartbreaking story of love and sacrifice, has been performed numerous times at the Royal Swedish Opera. Moving into grander territory, we have Richard Wagner's Der Ring der Nibelungen, or The Ring Cycle. This four-opera saga is one of the most ambitious productions staged at the Royal Swedish Opera. Over the years, its productions have pushed artistic boundaries, incorporating cutting-edge stagecraft, intricate costumes, and powerful performances. Wagner's music and storytelling continue to draw audiences who love epic, mythical tales. While international classics dominate the repertoire, Swedish opera also holds a special place at the Royal Swedish Opera. One notable example is Drottningholms Musiken by Johan Helmich Roman, often referred to as the father of Swedish music. Though more of a musical work than a full opera, it has been performed in stage productions celebrating Sweden's musical history. One of the most visually and musically spectacular productions staged at the Royal Swedish Opera is Puccini's Turandot. With its grand orchestration, powerful choral sections, and the famous aria Nessun Dorma, this opera has been a showstopper in Stockholm. The Royal Swedish Opera continues to be a beacon of operatic excellence, bringing both classic and contemporary productions to life. Whether it's Mozart, Verdi, Wagner, or Swedish composers, this opera house remains a vital part of Sweden's cultural landscape. One of the most frequently performed operas in the world, Carmen has had several stunning productions at the Royal Swedish Opera. A Russian masterpiece that has been staged at the Royal Swedish Opera multiple times. Tchaikovsky's lush orchestration and poetic storytelling make this opera a fan favorite, especially the famous letter scene and the heartbreaking duel. Wagner's Tristan und Isolde, one of the most intense and revolutionary operas ever composed. Its legendary Tristan chord changed the course of music history, and its themes of love and fate continue to resonate with audiences. Puccini's Madama Butterfly, a heartbreaking tale of love and betrayal, this opera has been performed multiple times in Stockholm. The famous Unveiled di Vedremo aria is a highlight, and productions often emphasize the opera's stunning visuals and emotional depth. A masterpiece of bel canto opera, Norma is known for its stunning vocal demands, especially the famous aria Casta Diva. The Royal Swedish Opera has staged Norma with breathtaking productions, highlighting its themes of love.
Below is a brief history of some of the most famous singers who have performed at the Royal Swedish Opera. Birgit Nilsson, 1928-2005. One of Sweden's greatest opera talents, Birgit Nilsson was a legendary dramatic soprano best known for her powerful and commanding voice. She made her debut at the Royal Swedish Opera in the early 1950s and quickly gained recognition. Especially her ability to sustain high notes with extraordinary clarity and power earned her a place among the most respected opera singers of the 20th century. Jussi Björling, 1911-1960. Jussi Björling, one of the greatest tenors of the 20th century, beloved figure in Swedish opera. His career was marked by his stunning voice, incredible vocal technique, and emotional depth. Björling made his debut at Swedish Opera in 1930. Björling's voice was characterized by its beauty, richness, and power, which made him a favorite not only in Sweden but also in major opera houses around the world, including New York's Metropolitan Opera. Nikolai Gedda 1925, 2017. A Swedish tenor of Russian descent, was another legendary singer who made his mark at the Royal Swedish Opera. Gedda is known for his versatility,